Your person talked about you today with their brother and you won't believe. Archangel says, my beloved child, listen with every beat of your heart, because what unfolded today behind a closed wooden door is something that could shift the entire direction of your destiny. Something huge is waiting for you. This is not a small coincidence, not a passing moment, but a chain reaction that began the second your person opened their mouth and said your name in front of their own brother. And what came after that? Every breath, every confession, every trembling word has created a storm around your energy so massive that even they didn't realize how deeply they had already fallen. Today, for the first time, your person didn't try to hide, didn't try to pretend, didn't try to push their feelings down. Today, your person spoke from a place where truth lies, a place so raw that even their brother froze, unable to believe the level of intensity radiating from them when they talked about you. And the moment they said your name, something happened inside them. Like an old memory waking up, a feeling resurfacing, a realization cutting through everything they were ignoring. They didn't whisper. They didn't hesitate. They didn't choose safe words. They chose the truth. They told their brother that you are not someone. You are the only one whose absence hits them at night, whose silence shakes their core, whose presence still lingers in the air long after you leave the room. They said your name with the kind of softness reserved only for someone who has become a part of their heartbeat. And their brother immediately caught that something was different. He asked one question, one simple question that unlocked a confession no one expected. Are you sure it's just admiration? That question pushed your person into a confession spiral so real, so powerful, so emotionally loaded that even they weren't prepared for their own feelings to burst open like this. Amen. Blessing 111. Meanwhile, as your person kept talking, their brother noticed something shocking. Your person was defending you like someone protects their most precious treasure. Every time their brother questioned something, your intentions, your silence, your sudden distance, your person stepped forward with a certainty they never had before. They said, "You don't understand. They matter to me in a way I can't explain." And that line alone made their brother's eyes widen, because those weren't normal words. Those were words of someone who has reached a breaking point between fear and desire, between overthinking and surrender, between running away and running toward you. Your person admitted that you are the only one who makes them feel alive again. They confessed that seeing you, hearing from you, even remembering you changes their whole day. They said you come into their mind as naturally as breathing. They confessed that whenever they try to stay away, something pulls them back toward you stronger than before. And then the real shock, their brother said, "If you don't act now, someone else will." That sentence hit your person like lightning. It woke them up. It shook them. It triggered the realization they were avoiding. That fear of losing you snapped their hesitation in half. And at that moment, your person said something that even their brother didn't see coming. "I need to make things right with them. I can't lose them." These weren't rehearsed words. These weren't forced emotions. These were raw declarations spilling out of a heart that finally understands your worth. Something huge is waiting for you. And the brother he said that your person hasn't ever spoken about anyone with this much burning intensity. Amen. Blessing 222. But the most unbelievable part, the real shock, the twist that will leave you breathless came after a long pause when your person lowered their voice and confessed something they had been hiding even from themselves. They admitted that the reason they have been acting strange, distant, confused, or hot and cold is not because they don't care, but because they care too much. They told their brother that you scare them, not in a bad way, but in the way powerful feelings overwhelm someone who has never experienced something this deep before. They said, when I think of them, my whole body reacts. My future feels different. My choices feel heavier. My emotions feel uncontrollable, and their brother simply replied, then go to them before destiny makes the decision for you. And in that exact moment, something inside your person snapped awake. Their eyes shifted, their voice steadied, their heartbeat changed. They decided they cannot sit still anymore. They cannot wait for fate. They cannot keep pretending. They cannot hide their feelings any longer. They realize that everything they tried to suppress has only grown stronger. They realize that losing you would break them in ways they cannot fix. So today, because of that conversation, your person has made a silent promise to themselves. They will reach out. They will speak their truth. They will take a step toward you that will change everything. That conversation with their brother didn't just expose their feelings. It activated their next move toward you. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 333. My beloved child, prepare your heart because the moment that conversation ended, something inside your person began shifting with a force that even they couldn't control. Something huge is waiting for you. The energy around them became restless, charged, almost trembling with urgency. Their brother walked away thinking the conversation was over. But your person stayed frozen in that room, staring at the wall. Silently repeating your name under their breath like a prayer they never knew they needed. They replayed every memory of you, your voice, your presence, your tiny habits, the way you look at them, the moments you made them feel seen when no one else cared. And at that moment, a realization hit them so hard that their chest tightened. You are not just someone they like. You are the one they can't let go of. Your person leaned back, closed their eyes, and whispered something so vulnerable that even they were stunned by their own honesty. Why does it feel like I'm losing myself without them? That confession wasn't for their brother. That was for the universe. That was for destiny. That was for you. And their energy became so intense that their brother from another room sensed the heaviness and came back to check on them only to find your person wiping their face, overwhelmed, shaken, but finally awakened. Amen. Blessing 111. Comment 1. And here's where the shocking twist begins. The part their brother didn't expect. The part even you won't believe. When their brother asked gently, "Is it really this deep for you?" Your person didn't hesitate. They nodded and said, "I didn't mean to fall this hard. It just happened. They pulled feelings out of me I didn't even know existed." Their brother stood there stunned because your person is not someone who admits emotions easily. They never show weakness. They never confess their heart. But when it comes to you, they crumble. Soft, vulnerable, human. Their brother asked, then what's stopping you? And your person whispered, fear. Fear of rejection. Fear of miscommunication. Fear of losing you before ever getting the chance to show you how deeply they feel. Fear of being too late. Fear of their feelings being stronger than they can control. That fear, however, didn't break them, it ignited them. Because their brother looked them dead in the eyes and said, if you delay, someone else will take your place. Someone else will stand where you should have stood. That sentence hit your person like a shockwave. Their heartbeat changed. Their posture straightened. Their eyes sharpened. They understood finally, painfully, urgently that you are not replaceable, but you are desired by others. And that realization burned their soul. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 222, Comment 2. Then came the most unbelievable moment. The part that will leave you breathless. Your person confessed something they've never told anyone, not even themselves out loud. They said, when I imagine my future, they're in it. When I picture peace, it's with them. When I think of home, they are the only person who feels like it. Their brother froze because this wasn't a crush speaking. This was soul-level depth. This was destiny-level truth. And then your person said the line that shocked even their own blood. I'm ready to fight for them now. I'm ready to step forward. I'm ready to tell them everything. Their brother smiled softly and replied, then go. Don't let fear ruin your story. Those words pushed your person into action mode. Inside their chest, something unlocked, something powerful, unstoppable, determined. They stood up. They grabbed their phone. Their hands were shaking, but their intention was sharp. They felt guided, pulled, directed by a force bigger than them. They decided that this silence cannot continue. They decided that your connection is too strong to ignore. They decided that whatever happens next, they want you in their life. This is not coincidence. This is not fantasy. This is not imagination. This is destiny waking up. And your person is ready to act. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 333. My beloved child, what happened after that confession will send chills through your entire body because the intensity your person carried after speaking with their brother did not fade. It multiplied. Something huge is waiting for you. The moment they walked out of that room, their whole aura changed. It was as if they were reborn within a single hour. They kept your name repeating in their mind like an echo they couldn't silence. They tried to distract themselves, tried to focus on something else. But everything, every sound, every thought, every memory brought them straight back to you. They touched their chest because it physically hurt to realize how deeply they feel. They whispered, why does it feel like my heart moves when their name moves? And no matter how much they tried to brush it away, the truth stood tall. You have become their emotional gravity. Their brother noticed this shift and said quietly, you're not just talking about them. You are attached to them. That line made your person's breath hitch. Because it was true. They tried to hide it for so long, but today they couldn't. That conversation ripped open every hidden emotion. Their brother walked away smiling because he had never seen your person this serious. This shaken, this full of desire and fear at the same time. Amen. Blessing 111. But the real storm began moments later when your person sat alone with their thoughts. Suddenly, flashbacks started hitting them. Your smile, your voice, the moments you pulled away, the days you went silent, the times they felt you drifting. And those memories stabbed them with regret. They whispered, "I should have acted earlier. I should have told them. I should have fought for them." Your person suddenly felt the fear of losing you rising in their throat like a fire. They imagined you speaking to someone else. They imagined someone else admiring you, calling you, holding your attention. And that thought shattered them. It made their hands shake. It made their breathing uneven. It made their heart panic. They realized that their hesitation has cost them precious time. Their brother's words, "If you wait, someone else will step in," became a haunting truth. It played in their mind again and again until they finally stood up with a decision boiling in their blood. Today wasn't just a conversation. It was a wake-up call so loud it broke their denial. Your person understood something massive. Losing you is their biggest fear, but choosing you is their biggest truth. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 222. And then came the moment that changed everything. The moment that proves destiny has already made its move. Your person grabbed their phone again, not to scroll, not to think, but to type. Their fingers hovered over your name, trembling. Because this time, this wasn't just a message. This wasn't casual. This wasn't normal. This was their heart reaching out. They typed something, deleted it, typed again, deleted again. Their emotions were too heavy to fit into one line. They stood up, paced across the room, pressed their hand against their face, and whispered, "How do I say everything, without scaring them away?" Their brother walked in, saw their desperation, and simply said, "Don't think. Just be honest." Those words hit them hard. And your person nodded with a seriousness that felt like a vow. They decided that the next message they send you will not be a small talk message. It will be a confession. It will be their truth. It will open the door they have been afraid to open for so long. They know you deserve clarity. You deserve effort. You deserve presence, and they are finally ready to give you exactly that. Today wasn't just a conversation with their brother. It was the moment they decided to move toward you with real intention. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 333. My beloved child, the shift that happened next will make your entire soul tremble because your person didn't just think of reaching out. They started preparing themselves emotionally, mentally, spiritually to finally step toward you. Something huge is waiting for you. They stood near the window, staring at their reflection, asking themselves if they were truly ready for the truth they've been avoiding for months. Their brother's words kept echoing in their mind, pushing them closer and closer to a decision that could change the entire story between you two. They whispered, "If I don't take this step now, I'll regret it forever." That wasn't fear speaking. That was awakening. They imagined your reaction, your expression, your voice, your presence, and every single picture of you made their heartbeat rise like a wave that couldn't be controlled. They whispered your name under their breath like someone calling their destiny home. Amen. Blessing 111. But before taking that step, your person did something unbelievable. Something that proves they're not playing, not confused, not unsure anymore. They sat down, opened their gallery, and looked at every small memory connected to you. Screenshots, messages, old pictures, moments you would never guess, they saved. Every memory hit them like lightning. Every second reminded them what they had almost lost. They pressed their hand against their chest and whispered, "I can't let this go." That confession was powerful enough to break their final layer of hesitation. And their brother watching from the doorway told them, "When you're done here, go tell them. Don't waste time." That push made your person feel unstoppable. Their emotions sharpened into clarity. Their fear melted into determination, their confusion turned into a promise. Something huge is waiting for you. And right here, for anyone watching this video, pause for a second. Feel this energy. And if your heart is connecting to this message in a deep way, amen. Blessing 222. And then came the turning point. The exact moment that destiny locked into position. Your person grabbed their phone one last time, not with shaking hands anymore, but with a steady breath. They typed a message, short, simple, but powerful enough to reopen the connection between you and them. They didn't delete it this time. They didn't second guess it. They didn't run away. They pressed save. Then they told their brother, "I'm going to talk to them. I need to." Their brother nodded proudly because they had never seen your person this clear. Destiny has shifted. The wheel has turned. The silence is ending. The distance is melting. Your person is stepping toward you with a fire they have never shown before. Something huge is waiting for you. And, if you believe your story is aligning right now, amen. Blessing 333. My beloved child, brace yourself, because what happened next inside your person's heart was nothing less than a spiritual earthquake. Something huge is waiting for you. When they finally stepped out of that room, they carried a decision so powerful that every step they took felt heavier, louder, more meaningful. They weren't just walking anymore. They were walking toward a destiny that has been pulling both of you closer for months. Their brother watched them silently, realizing your person had entered a different state of mind. The state of truth. The state where denial dies. The state where emotions stop hiding. The state where love begins to demand action. Your person whispered to themselves, "This time I won't stop myself. This time I won't hold back." They felt a pull toward you, an invisible thread tightening between your souls. And the more they tried to distract themselves, the stronger the pull grew. It wasn't just attraction anymore, it wasn't just curiosity. It wasn't just longing. It was destiny screaming for attention. Amen. Blessing 111. But here is the shocking, unbelievable twist. The part that will send goosebumps down your arms. After leaving their brother's room, your person sat alone for a long time, holding their phone, not typing, not calling, just feeling. They were overwhelmed by how real everything was. They replayed the moment their brother told them, "If you don't act, you will lose them to someone braver." That line hit a wound so deep that your person almost stopped breathing. They imagined you moving on. They imagined someone else reaching out to you. They imagined your laughter belonging to another person. That imagination wasn't just painful, it was unbearable. It made their stomach drop. Their heart tightened. Their mind went into panic. They whispered, "No, I can't let someone else take what I'm meant to protect." That was the moment their romantic fear transformed into romantic courage. They realized something they never admitted, even to themselves. The thought of losing you destroys them more than the fear of confessing to you. That realization flipped a switch in their soul. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 222. And then came the moment destiny pushed them even harder. A sign so strong they couldn't ignore it. As your person sat there thinking about you, their phone lit up. Not from you, but from a notification that reminded them of a memory connected to you, maybe a picture, maybe an old message, maybe something you liked once, but it hit them like a shock wave. They stared at the screen for a long time, their breath trembling because that reminder felt like the universe telling them, "Now it's time. Go to them." Their brother passed by again and saw the intensity in their eyes, an intensity that wasn't there before. He said softly, "You love them, don't you?" Your person didn't deny it this time. They didn't look away, they didn't hide behind jokes. They simply nodded. And that nod changed everything. Their brother patted their shoulder and said, "Then don't waste your moment. Love doesn't wait forever." Those words struck their spirit like thunder. They realized that this connection isn't temporary. It isn't random. It isn't illusion. It is meant. It is deep. It is real. And it is time. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 333. My beloved child, what unfolded next, inside your person's heart was so intense, so overwhelming that even destiny paused to watch. Something huge is waiting for you. After admitting to their brother that what they feel for you is real, your person stepped into a silence so deep it felt like the entire universe was holding its breath. They sat on the edge of their bed, phone in hand, staring at your name glowing softly on the screen. Every part of them felt pulled toward you. Mind, body, soul, memory, desire, fear, hope, all crashing together in one giant emotional storm. They whispered, "Why does my heart feel like it's running toward them even when I'm standing still?" They remembered the way you looked at them once, the way you went silent at times, the way you gave them softness even when they didn't know how to handle it. They remembered every detail they tried to bury. And with every memory, the weight of their feelings grew heavier until it became impossible to ignore. Amen. Blessing 111. But the moment that truly shook them, the one that changed their entire energy, came when they tried to imagine their life without you. They imagined waking up and not having your presence anywhere near their world. They imagined years passing and realizing they let the one soul meant for them slip away because of fear. That single imagination shattered them. They felt a rush of panic, raw, honest, uncontrollable. They pressed their hand against their face, breathing hard, whispering, "I can't lose them. I can't." Their brother walked in again, saw that panic, and said something that sealed destiny's decision. "If your heart reacts like this, then they're not just someone, they're your person." Those words hit your person so deeply that they felt the truth vibrating in their bones. They stood up suddenly, pacing, shaking, trying to calm down as the realization washed over them. They don't want a future without you. They don't want someone else standing beside you. They don't want to wonder what if when they know the answer is you. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 222. Then came the breakthrough. The moment your person finally surrendered to the truth they had been running from. They stopped pacing. They closed their eyes. They took one long breath. And then they whispered the line that destiny had been waiting for. "I choose them." That whisper wasn't weak. It was powerful. It was full of certainty, full of emotion, full of surrender. They sat back down, opened your chat again, and this time there was no shaking, no hesitation, no deleting. They began typing. Slowly, carefully, honestly. Their brother saw them typing and didn't interrupt because he understood your person was at the beginning of the most important step of their life. They weren't just reaching out because they missed you. They weren't just messaging because they were emotional. They were reaching out because they know now that their heart belongs where it has always pointed toward you. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 333. My beloved child, what happened in the next few minutes inside your person's heart was nothing less than a spiritual eruption. Because the moment they began typing that message to you, every suppressed emotion they had ever buried started rising like a tidal wave. Something huge is waiting for you. Their hands trembled, not out of fear this time, but out of the weight of everything they were finally ready to say. They typed your name first, slowly, respectfully, as if speaking it out loud would break them open again. And it did. Their eyes softened. Their breathing changed. Their heartbeat grew louder. Because your name has always been the one place where their soul finds both chaos and peace. They wrote a sentence, paused, breathed, felt the intensity, and kept going. Their brother watched them with a small smile, realizing that your person was finally stepping into the truth they avoided for so long. This wasn't hesitation. It was sacred vulnerability. Amen. Blessing 111. But the emotional explosion came next, when they stopped typing mid-sentence and suddenly felt a rush of memories hitting them harder than expected. They remembered the warmth of your presence. The way you once cared for them without even trying. The way your silence hurt them. The way your absence created a hollow space they couldn't fill with anything. Not work, not people, not distractions. They realized that even on their busiest days, you occupy the quiet corners of their mind. That alone made their chest tighten. They whispered, "How did they become such a big part of me?" And just then, another wave of realization swept over them. They weren't writing a message to you. They were writing their heart to you. They erased the entire message, not because they doubted it, but because they wanted every word to be perfect, clean, honest, unforgettable. They wanted to express their truth in a way that would touch your soul, not confuse it. That kind of sincerity only appears when love is real. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 222, and then destiny stepped in stronger than before, pushing your person to finish what they started. They stood up, walked to the mirror, and stared at themselves with a seriousness that felt like preparation for a battle. They whispered, "I'm going to tell them everything. They deserve to know." It wasn't a decision. It was a vow. Their brother came near the doorway and said, "You look different." Your person replied, "Because I'm done fighting my feelings." That single sentence sealed the moment. And when they sat again with the phone, something incredible happened. Their fear disappeared. Their confusion dissolved. Their hesitation vanished. All that remained was full, unfiltered intention. They typed again slowly but steadily with a clarity that only comes when a soul finally chooses its truth. And this time they didn't delete it. They didn't stop. They didn't overthink. They let their heart speak word by word, breath by breath, emotion by emotion. The message they are preparing for you now, it's not casual, it's not random, it's not superficial. It's the message that will begin the next chapter of your story. Something huge is waiting for you. Amen. Blessing 333, subscribe Manifestage Archangel TO listen God's talks and wisdom every day.